Welcome beautiful people, I am chevb. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video we are about to customize this unit from Nadula.com, and the hair that I received is a 5x5 HD lace closure in 30 inches. It is 180% density. Now this is what the wig looks like straight out of the package. It is body wave and I'm loving the fullness of this wig and the texture. The texture is absolutely amazing. Also, I did the shed test and ran my fingers through the hair. I didn't experience any shedding with this wig, which is fantastic. So we're about to customize the lace on this unit, so we'll be using a little bit of bleach to bleach the knots because it was a little bit too dense and also the knots were too dark for my liking. So I haven't done this in a minute, so this is how the texture of the mixture looks like. So you want to make sure that it's not thick, so you're gonna do how much ever you want. If you're doing a full lace frontal or you're doing a closure, it all depends on how much you put in, but you want it to make sure that your texture is thick so it doesn't seep through and you make the mistakes like I did, because I'm a little bit rusty with this. So you want to make sure that it's thick, and also you want to dab that on, so you don't want to be too rough like I'm doing and like wiping that on there. And also you want to make sure you watch it periodically so that you don't over bleach your knots like I did in the parting in the front. But not to worry, if you over bleach your knots, I'm going to show you how to disguise that and how to hide it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pluck the frontal, or the closure rather. So as I said, it's a 5x5 HD lace closure, and this is my method of plucking. I pluck down, so I make small partings in the front and then pluck downwards. So I'm just going to show you guys how I do that because it's way better to demonstrate as opposed to describing the process. So this is how the front is looking at the moment, and I'm satisfied with how it's looking. I didn't want to like over pluck the front, and then I'm just gonna blow dry the hair. I could leave it to dry overnight, but I wanted to do this style like right now, so I didn't mind blow drying it. And I'm gonna curl it up anyway. So the next step is to use a wax stick to get your hair or your frontal closure to be as flat as possible. So I'm putting it on the sides to hide the weft with the hair on the sides, and I'm gonna take my hot comb and then just comb the hair back to make sure that it's nice and flat. And then on the sides I'm gonna hot comb the hair on top of the weft so that I could hide the wefts in the front when I do the center part so it doesn't show. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hot comb and go to the back of the hair to make sure that I don't have any humps in the back and make sure that is nice and flat. So you're just going to keep hot combing the top until you're satisfied, and you can do it in sections. Next I'm just going to recreate the center part to my liking. And I'm just going to take my little rat tail comb and make sure that it's nice and centered. Then I'm going to go back in with the wax stick to help to keep the hair in place. Then go over that with the hot comb to get it nice and flat. Now one mistake that I tend to do sometimes is overuse the wax stick. So you don't want to do that, because as long as you're using the hot comb, you don't need to put too much of the wax onto the top of the hair because you don't want it to look greasy in the end. You want it to still have that nice free-flowing look as opposed to like a greasy heavy look. So I'm just going to show you guys how I use my wand iron to create these curls to create a more defined body wave type of look. That is what I was going for. So I got this wand iron on Amazon, so I'll leave the link to the wand iron in the description box if you guys are interested in getting that as well. So I'm just going to show you guys my technique of creating those body waves. Now it is time to install our unit, And I'm still rocking these doo-doo braids, girl. Like, girl, I need to wash my hair. It's been over a month since my hair has looked like this, but girl, I didn't feel like touching my hair for the longest time. So I will be using my She's Bomb edge control that I literally got my beauty supply store, and it's also available on Amazon as well, so I'll leave the link for you. And again, we are lazy girls over here. I ain't got time for the ball cap method, especially since this is a closure wig. It's supposed to be super easy to install, so I'm just going to adjust the straps in the back to make it a little bit tighter so that I could do it like a glueless type of look. So I want it to be a flawless install that doesn't have to be glued down. You want your wigs, if you can, to be a super easy process of installing, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give you all the keys to wearing your wigs quick and easy. Just drag on and go. So once the wig is fitting nicely, you literally don't have to use any type of glue at all, especially with a closure wig, because it's that easy to install. So I just cut off the excess lace, and then what I'm going to do to hide the over bleached hair in the front is to use what's this called, mascara. Girl, why did I have a difficult time saying mascara? So I use mascara, gently dab it onto where I need to dab it. So you want to be very careful with this. And then what I do is I put my blow dryer on there and let it dry. If you don't have those dark dyes that the girls use, you know, you see the girls doing with the little elastic band in the middle of the part and then spray that thing. I ain't got that thing, so we gotta use what we have on hand. And this is what the lace is looking like, effortless. But I want that to look a little bit more natural, a little bit more blended. Now this part is optional. Y'all know how I do over here. I like a little bit of swoop action in the front. It doesn't have to be some massive edges and baby hairs going crazy, but I do like the swoops because it helps to hide the weft on the side, and I just like the look. I like what I like. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the hair, and then I'm gonna take this 13 by 4. It's a 3 by 4, or I don't even know that fraction, girl. I didn't do fractions when in school, but it's a very tiny flat iron, and then I curl it upwards. Then I spray some of the EBIN lace spray on top of my edge brush, and then create those swoops, and they don't move, they stay in place. And then I'm gonna dab a little bit of the spray onto my fingertips, just a little bit, just to get the lace to look a little bit more melted in the front. And then I'm gonna use the tension method to hold this down. So I'm using this wig elastic that I got at my beauty supply store, and it's also available online if you're interested to get that. And this is what my body wave looks like once I created it with my 1 iron, and I'm absolutely in love with it. It is giving life. Okay, look how full she is. This hair is in 30 inches, and I am absolutely loving it. So I'm just taking a white teeth comb to comb out the curls just a little bit. And I like when my wigs shape my face. I don't like when they're too long in the front, so I'm just gonna create like a little layering in the front. And I'm just showing you guys my method of doing that. I just pull my scissors down, cutting going downwards, and then I'm just gonna create a little curl action in the front so that it curls away from my face. And I'm just using this with my 1 iron, and I also use a regular curling iron to do this, to just make it look a little bit more full in the front, give it a little bit more volume. So this is my technique of doing that. Now it's time to see what our lace is looking like in the front. Yes, girl, like this is glueless, y'all. Like, y'all see that? Now I want the top to be a little bit more full, like a little bit more poofy on top. So this is my technique again to create just a little bit more volume on top of the wig. So I'm using the curling iron and just bumping it a little bit on top. That's it. And then I'm gonna leave it, play with it a little bit until I'm satisfied with the look. And this is basically it for this unit. So this is the end results. Let me know what you guys think. I'm absolutely in love with this hair. Like, look how what am I saying? Look how melted that was, and I only used just a little bit of the EBIN lace spray. I didn't have to spray the whole thing, and the curls are bouncing, the hair is free flowing, it is silky smooth, it's shiny without looking heavy. The hair is just giving everything. Let me know what you guys think about this unit. The link will be in my description box down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at Chev. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Go on, big up on yourself. Bye guys.